What's up, heavy metas? Today I'm going to talk to you about this newish game called Duckside. It was recommended to me in Steam because I play both Once Human and Valheim, and the game is described to be a combination of DayZ and Rust, but you're a duck. I put together a list of 15 things I learned while playing the game over 2 days, some of which I wish I knew before getting started.
Bullshit, he wasn't there.
So let's dive in. So with any survival game, the first thing you want to do is to start farming up those resources. You want to be able to make those basic tools. So inside your crafting menu, I would make a axe, pickaxe, and a hammer to start with. Next, we want to get our basic gear loadout. The game actually tasks you to make a bow, but then I also went ahead and made some basic armor as well. So here's where I made my first mistake. I was a little too overconfident after putting on that wooden gear set. And even though this was a beginner PvE server, there were still mobs that you had to be aware of, and in this case, humans. Which leads me to my second point. Dying, with or without a base, sucks.
Oh shit. Bullshit, he wasn't there.
So just like in Valheim, when you die, you drop everything that you have on you.
Ugh.
Sometimes we just can't avoid dying, but what we can do is we can build a base and stash all of our stuff in. So key note here, the second thing that I messed up was when I built my base and I built my idol right there, I did not put in offerings to the duck idol, which then increased the decaying rate of my building. And so walls and ceilings were coming down and I had no idea why. So feed your duck idol or you'll come back to a half-eaten or altogether missing base. And unfortunately all of your benches and stash boxes will go away with it, which was the case here. Now food isn't too terribly hard to come by. There's plenty of mushrooms and bushes with these red berries on which you just want to chop down to gather. The berries can be eaten as is, or they can also be used to make berry jam, and all food gives a little bit of a healing effect after it's consumed. The mushrooms have to be dried out on a campfire, which just requires the wood and the mushrooms themselves. Since the settlements can be a little tricky at the start, there are these safe loot spots out in the water. You'll see this floating debris. And when you fly over to it, you can break these barrels and open these crates to get scrap materials. And since this map is a large chain of islands, there's a lot of waterways that you can check for all this floating debris. So in the sky, you'll see these things, they look like fireflies. If you fly through them, you actually regain some health and satiation. You can utilize these air currents to help you get height, and it also helps you regain your stamina. So you can glide farther and cross the map faster. Now, it took me a little bit to figure out what all these feathers I was looting was for. I assumed it was for crafting, but it actually turns out it's currency. You can find these vending machines throughout the map and purchase all kinds of blueprints, from tools to tacticals or even building pieces. Once you interact with these vending machines, it will then place a marker on your map for future use. You can also spend feathers at the crow merchants in the safe houses throughout the map. They sell all kinds of resources like ammunition and weapons if you want to spend the duck cash. If you don't want to sell all your loot, you can also use these recycler machines. They have them in all the settlements, safe houses, and at the base of the fire watchtowers. They convert the different loot types into various building and crafting materials. This might be for more PvP servers, but you can craft doors with programmable keypads on them. They can be either single or double wide vertical doors, or you can even make them into horizontal hatches if you want a roof entry point into your base. Speaking of locked doors, you will find several colored key cards in the world. These cards unlock guarded loot caches. Once you kill the guards on the outside, be ready for the ones that are also inside as well. The hunting licenses that you loot off humans are used at the larger duck shrines. This is a server-wide event, and once the feathers have been filled, the server receives supply drops at 3 marked locations on the map. Now I know I said that this video is going to have 15 points of things that I've learned while playing this game, so the last 3 I'm just going to group all together at once. The servers are so gosh darn complicated. I mean, they say that they have these scheduled wipe times, but I have yet to see that they actually stick to the correct schedule, and I feel like you cannot predict these wipes. And I mean, you can rent a private server, but I really don't know what benefit that gives you. Maybe you avoid wipes, or you can have more control over that. I really just don't know. And honestly, the price did not seem appealing either. I mean, the game overall is like 15 bucks, and I remember I bought it when it was on sale, so I think I only spent about $5. And now I don't really base my opinions off of other people's reviews, but in this case, I have to agree with probably these two reviews that were left behind. I think pretty much sum up my experience at the end of the day. Now I played for about 36 hours total, so I think I got my $5 worth. I like the premise. I really hope that they keep working on the game because I think that the base of what they have is good. However, as it is now, yeah, just keep your 15 bucks, to be honest. I mean, I'm still probably gonna play every so often here and there and keep tabs on it to see if there's any more traction or changes with the game. So it's definitely gonna be on my watch list. But I hope this review and lessons learned helps you. And if you have not yet liked or subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Later, metas.